I mean, my friends, there's sort of like a unspoken code that we're there for each other and we would never turn on each other. It's like kind of like this alliance that is the best kind of friendship.
When I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull because you're like, you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do.
Taylor Swift has been denying her involvement in the Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively drama, but it's seriously impacting her public image. She was even booed at the Super Bowl, and although Blake Lively wasn't there with her this time, their friendship seems to be just fine. However, there's a lot of speculation that Taylor and Blake may have played a significant role in forcing Justin Baldoni to relinquish control of his movie. While some might say Taylor had a motive to take down Justin because of his past collaborations with Scooter Braun, who is, as we know, her arch-nemesis, let's look at the facts. We're about to dive into video and text evidence that could challenge Taylor's claims of not being involved in the It Ends With Us movie. Disclaimer: I'm just a guy reacting to things I find online. Everything I'm sharing here is based on rumors, gossip, and opinions from others. People are innocent until proven guilty. This is just us discussing what's already out there. So let's break it down. Despite Taylor's denial, it's clear she was involved. According to Blake Lively herself, Taylor was there from the very beginning and remained a key part of the process throughout the making of this film.
Paul's made a lot of songs in this movie. Honestly, like this movie, I think that like when you see it, it feels like a big, beautiful summer movie, but like we didn't have any budget. So there were a lot of favors and a lot of begging and release for Taylor. I mean, honestly, she was with me on this experience the whole time, all throughout it. So like she really lived this with me. Yeah, she was, you know, she's a person who shows up for you. And
specifically, in one instance, telling an actress that she had been cast by Taylor.
And did I hear that Taylor may have had some influence in getting...
Yes, she did. Yeah, I know. I don't even know if I'm meant to be saying it, but I'm saying it. Yeah, she was a helpful part of the process of the audition.
Blake said to this actress, "Oh, Taylor is the one who wants you in this role."
I was casting, and I had actually brought in and showed her casting tape to Blake and Taylor, and they were both like, "Yes, her." And that's a true story.
We're told that Taylor had nothing to do with casting.
As soon as Blake was cast in the movie, she brought Taylor along with her every step of the way. Taylor even played a role in casting young Lily after seeing her audition tape and thinking she was perfect for the part. However, close sources have told TMZ that Taylor denies having anything to do with the movie. Taylor claims she had no involvement, but Justin Baldoni, whose company is producing the film and overseeing auditions, has publicly stated that he brought the audition tape to both Blake and Taylor. This interview happened before any lawsuit was ever mentioned, so why would he lie about it now? Let's talk about the rooftop scene. This is where things get tricky. Blake wrote it and later admitted she begged Justin to include it in the film. However, she also revealed that Ryan Reynolds ended up rewriting it. Here's where it gets even more complicated. Blake invited Justin over to discuss the rooftop scene's dialogue, telling him that Ryan and Taylor were both really excited to hear his reaction to the scene, since she had done such a great job with it, even though, as she admitted, Ryan wrote it. So, Blake invited Justin to this meeting, and Taylor just happened to be there. But Taylor claims she never even looked at the script.
Blake herself, she said, was Khaleesi, who was the queen in Game of Thrones. And Ryan, her husband, and Taylor were her dragon.
Damn right, you got great friends if that's how you felt and they knew that, and we should all have friends like that, aside from the fact that they're two of the most creative people on the planet. The three of you guys together is unbelievable. Talk about energy, just a force, all three of you.
It was a 2-hour meeting with Blake, Justin Baldoni, and Ryan Reynolds. At the end of the meeting, that was the time Blake told Taylor to come over.
How exactly has Taylor become entangled in the whole thing?
Do you think it was Sony's decision to include this song in the trailer? According to a Reddit post from August, it clearly states that Taylor Swift wasn't a fan of the original composer and wanted him removed if they were going to use her song in the film. Sony, being the bigger player in this situation, agreed to her demands. Justin's team was confused, though, as they were forced to fire the composer who had already completed the entire score for the movie. So, who is this composer, and why does Taylor allegedly dislike him? The composer in question is reportedly Brian Tyler. Interestingly, he's uncredited for the unused score in It Ends With Us. Brian and Justin have been friends for a while and have worked on projects together. Tyler is an accomplished composer who has worked on some of the biggest movies in the world, so it's surprising that they let him go. It's worth noting that Brian worked on the movie Cats, where Taylor Swift also starred. It's unclear what issues they might have had with each other, but considering Taylor's prominence in music and Tyler's success in film scoring, there's potential for clashing personalities. After watching some of Brian's interviews, I can see some similarities between him and Justin. They both speak in a similar way and come across as nice, sensitive, and grateful. It's possible that Blake just didn't like him because he reminded her of Justin. However, I also came across Reddit posts that paint Brian in a less flattering light. Perhaps Taylor saw some of this and decided she didn't like him because of it. Another curious decision by Blake was including a song from Ray, a man with numerous accusations of domestic violence from several women. His ex even publicly criticized Blake Lively for choosing him. It's clear that Justin had no say in this decision, as he was removed from the movie entirely. So the question is, did Blake use Taylor to pressure Justin into accepting her script changes? Or was Taylor involved from the start and now trying to distance herself because of the backlash? We know that Justin previously stated he showed the audition tape of an actress to both Taylor and Blake, so it's clear they've met before. Blake's text messages specifically mention that Taylor and Ryan loved and signed off on the pages she wrote. This directly contradicts Taylor's claim that she never saw the script, which means she's lying and going against her best friend. In another text from Blake to Justin, she explains why Ryan and Taylor were so excited about the scene she wrote, trying to justify why they were able to read the pages and discuss the movie scene. On top of all this, we have a voicemail from Justin from 2 years ago, where he specifically mentions Taylor and Ryan's involvement in that meeting. In Justin's lawsuit, he does acknowledge that Taylor arrived towards the end of the meeting, so there's agreement on that point. However, Justin Baldoni's text messages reveal that he praised Blake's work on the rooftop scene, regardless of whether Ryan or Taylor had praised it as well. But here's the issue. How could he praise her work if he hadn't even seen the script? This would be easier to believe if it weren't for the fact that Blake herself told us that Taylor was there the entire time, and we have proof of that. On top of that, Taylor has made it clear in her own words that she'll do anything for her close friends.
How did you get Taylor Swift music in it?
That's all Blake. That's all Blake.
What, did Blake make a call? She's like, Justin, I got it. I'll call my girl.
I have no idea, but Blake knows everybody. She knows everybody, but her and Taylor are very good friends. I'm so happy that they agreed to have the song in the trailer. It's so perfect for the movie.
When it came time to put the song in the movie, it was actually Sony that put it in the trailer, and we worked really closely on the trailer and went back and forth, and we were so proud of the trailer before we released it, and we hoped people liked it, and it was a big success, which was great.
Maybe Justin should have taken some of Blake's own advice to heart. There are times when people ignore the red flags and just keep pushing through, but those are the moments where you end up failing. If something's broken, you have to stop and reassess, remember. Everything we've talked about here is based on rumors, gossip, and opinions from others. None of it is fact, and nothing is meant to mislead. It's all just for general entertainment purposes. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video.